What's going on, Shroot Stack Squad? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, do yourselves a favor, hit that subscribe button, come join the Discord. Link is in the Patreon below because we're building wealth out here. None of this is financial advice. Now let's get into the video. Alright fam, so today I'm going to be doing a little bit different of a video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to actually diversify your assets, okay? Because you're gonna hear so many times, I know this was confusing for me personally when I was starting out, everybody says diversify, 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 you know, whenever you invest and do this and that. And let me explain. I think I take diversification, in my opinion, I take it to like another level where I think you want to diversify as much as possible in as many forms. So this goes into a lot of, the reason why I really preach this method is you can't put all of your eggs in one basket, but the thing is, when they say don't put all your eggs in one basket, that's true, but that doesn't mean every basket needs to be weighed as heavily as the other ones. Do you get what I'm saying? So let's just say you have like 5 apples or whatever, not apple stock, but the fruit. You don't need to and you have 5 baskets, you know, let's just say 4 or 5. Not each one needs to have just one each, you know what I'm saying? You could put 2 in one and none in another, vice versa, you know, and you can figure things out. And this is really where I want to kind of go about things with you guys. So when it comes to investing, guys, you're going to have something. Okay, let's just say this. If you're investing and you're at the point where you're going to say, let's invest, you're going to begin with some form of income. Okay, and to me, this is where the first set of diversification happens. Income. Okay, the first thing you want to do is have, I'm not sure your position. If you're working a 9 to 5, then you're going to do a 9 to 5. If you're in school, well then, hey, you know, school is your own thing, and so you can't, there's no income coming from there. So what you do though, if you're in school, that's not an excuse, all right? That means you have to do a side hustle, okay? And the reason why I made this video is I got the inspiration yesterday. In our Discord, people were asking, oh, what's a good side hustle for students? And one of the best things I know for me that happened was tutoring. I set up a very good business about tutoring. This was my first time I was actually making real money, because if you know about my past, I talk about it in a few of the other videos. Money was really tight for me and my family. I had to really help you know, get things started. And you know, this is from the age of 15. I had to figure out how the hell do I make money. This was the key for me, guys. I can make a whole video on how to set up a tutoring business, because this was one of my first sets of income right there. But like I'm saying, if you're gonna start investing, your first set of diversification comes in the form of your income, okay? Diversify your income. You want something to come from a 9 to 5, and you want some to come from a side hustle, okay? Remember that. And in fact, if you can, have multiple side hustles, okay? To me, what I also do in terms of side hustle, you can consider this thing as well, but, okay, I want to phrase this the right way. But saving money can also technically be a side hustle. Do you follow what I'm saying? So if you end up saving money, that can also, because think, every dollar that you save is effectively a dollar that you earn. And that to me can also be considered in that form as well. So I'm not gonna, this video is not gonna go in depth about everything, but I'm gonna try to give you guys a full picture of what I'm talking about. So that's the first set of diversification. Now once you have this sort of diversification of your income, if you look at any of the top millionaires, billionaires, they do not just rely on one source, right? So now you take the money, okay? You take the money from all of this, okay? And now you go and invest this money, okay? You invest this money. Now, what the hell does the word invest mean, okay? If you look up the word invest, there's no specific, okay. People love to say the word invest and they don't know what the hell it means, quite honestly. I talked to a lot of people in my life where they're like, oh, once I make this money, I'm gonna invest it and become rich. Well, what the hell are you gonna invest it in? When you ask specifics, what the hell are you gonna do with the money? No one has a word to say. So let me explain this. When you decide to invest, now you have options, and this is where a lot of the stuff comes in, and this is where you're gonna see some tie-ins way back into the income part. So when you look to invest, you have a few things. You can do stocks. You can do, you can set up your own business. Because remember what I set up here, a tutoring business, right? That technically is a form of investing if you think of it. But the reason why I say I put it in the income category, because technically there's really not much of a startup cost. So you're not really investing any money into it. At least in the beginning, you're not. So that's why I say you can do a business. Now, business is a generic word. It really is a generic term. You could, let's just say you want to lend money to a friend who's going to set up a pizza business or something like that, or whatever. So you give him like $1,000, and in return, he's like, hey, in 2 years, I'm going to pay you back like $5,000. That's an investment. Different things, different approaches like that. This could be if you want to set up, let's just say you start out tutoring, but you're working for, let's say, Kumon or one of those like big popular places. That's, you see, when you're working for someone else, that's an income. When you set up your own business, though, that can kind of be an investment. You follow what I'm saying? So you can play it in that form. So businesses, I'm going to leave it like that just for right now. Another thing you could do, stocks, business, we have real estate. And then we also have, right now, crypto. We also have gold you could do, and like, you know, silver and all of that stuff. There's a lot of different forms of investing, guys. This is the point I'm trying to get to you, okay? The point I'm trying to get to you is this. You want to diversify in as many places as possible. This is the approach that I have used and has been the most successful, because I'm telling you, I've done the approach of just working 9 to 5 and then just working harder to increase my income, and hopefully that can make you rich. That doesn't work. I've done the approach where you take all the 9 to 5 money, invest it all in stocks, and that's still, I don't want to say it doesn't work, but it's not. You're trying to minimize the risk and increase the reward. That's my whole philosophy in investing and everything like that, guys. And that's what I'm trying to preach for, to teach you guys as well. You want to kind of minimize the risk and increase the reward. If I took all of my money that I've earned in my life and threw it all into Bitcoin last year, okay, that would be phenomenally rich right now. I would be beyond rich, okay? But what was the risk? Who the hell knew? Who could have predicted? It's easy to look at it today and say, yeah, you should have done it. In the moment, though, you can't understand it. You don't know where it's about to go. So that's why I always preach this idea. So now I'm going to go a little step further. So you're going to invest in stocks, a business, a real estate, crypto, gold, and silver. So let's just say you're at this stage right now. You're working a 9 to 5, and then you've watched my other videos on how to set up a side hustle, how to invest for beginners. You've watched all of those things, and now you got a little side hustle going. You know, you're doing, who knows what you're doing. Maybe you're setting up some Uber business on the side, whatever it could be. And so now let's just say you're making, at this point, I don't know, let's just say you're making $3,000 per month, okay? I'm gonna put that as just, this is the number I'm gonna say. You make $3,000 per month. And this is, you know, let's just say you have to subtract like 1,000 for expenses, okay? This is just a hypothetical scenario. And this is where we go about it. So now we have $2,000 to work with, okay? What do we do with this $2,000? Oh, sorry guys, before I forget, one other thing that goes in line with this stocks is retirement. That's your 401k, IRA, things like that. So what you want to do is this, guys. Your money should be split up. When you go into a 401k, I always preach doing a 3-fund portfolio. That's the approach that I've done. And I can, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I actually think the 3-fund portfolio is a good starting method, but it does not explain how to actually diversify it specifically, in the sense where it does not explain how much should be allocated in each one of those different funds and which ones specifically. If you let me know in the comments below if you want me to make a video about 401k and IRA retirement investing, because this truly is one of the best. It's probably one of the safest ways to actually make money long term, and it's been proven time and time again. This is the simplest way I can do it. So 401k. So 3-fund portfolio. Right there, you're diversifying, okay? Next thing, stocks, okay? You want your stocks. I'm not going to go into this so much right now. Check out my How to Invest for Beginners video. But that's where I do my whole cake analogy, guys. If you know what I'm saying, I have the foundation layer. You have a middle layer. Then you got your frosting layer on top, okay? This is roughly 50% of your money. This is going to be 30%, let's just say, and this is going to be 20%. You don't need to follow this to the T, but, you know, gives you a rough starting base, okay? That's what my thing is for stocks. Next thing, okay? The next set that you may want to invest in, okay, is this. Start putting, okay, real estate. This is a good, I have a, man, I didn't, when I was making this video, I didn't realize I would have so much to say. So maybe I might just do a separate follow-up on each one of these concepts, but this could be like the groundwork. Like, let's just call this the intro to investing 101 or whatever. The next thing you want to start doing is real estate. In my opinion, real estate, people always ask me, should you start with real estate or stocks? I personally think you can begin in both. I really believe that you can begin in both, and you shouldn't go all out in just one specifically like that. And like I'm saying, the money that you have, it really depends on how much money you're talking that you're working with. If you're sitting here, you have like $50,000 to work with. Well, now we're in a different situation versus if you're a college student with, let's just say, like, you're starting with $0 and you're only making right now, let's say $200 a month. It's a whole different scenario, in that position. So what I would do then is this: real estate. You need to have money, 20% down payment, all of these different things. What you do though with that income is you start saving. You start saving for down payment, okay? Because this is going to be your next form of income that you're going to start throwing in, okay? This is going to be your next investment, real estate. And now you start saving some money from that $2,000 a month into this, okay? That money just sits there until you can make the money to, put the down payment and all those other fees. Then we go into real estate, and that's a whole separate topic, okay? Third thing, which was what? Crypto. Guys, you already know what I say about crypto. Buy and hold Bitcoin. That's been my philosophy for the last 5 years. I put a set amount of money aside every single day. It gets withdrawn from my bank account and it gets put in. Whether that's $1 for you, $5, $10, $50, whatever the amount is. For me, that's Bitcoin for me. Okay, now we've seen right now Dogecoin and Ethereum Classic, all these other ones, you can have them run up and do whatever. But I'm saying as a safe investment and what to do about it, Bitcoin is going to be the granddaddy of all times. It's going to be sitting there. It's been the first in its place. It's going to stick around. Okay. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, you do that. I have a link below for BlockFi. I use that personally. You can check out different platforms if you wish, but BlockFi actually gives you interest on holding Bitcoin. And that's the way I do it, basically. Just buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. And you know who else does that? Chamath. And if Chamath is smart enough to do that, I'm not going to argue against him. This guy has one of my best role model. People always ask me, who's my role model in investing and that whole thing. It's not Bill Gates, it's not Warren Buffett, it's none of them. It's actually Chamath, because I see his way of thinking. He's a revolutionary dude. I don't know. I'm not trying to go off on the side about this guy, but the way his thought process is in terms of how the world should work in the future and how his investment is and how he left Facebook before half the crap happened with them. I don't know. He knows how to play the system right. So anyway, crypto, that's my suggestion for crypto. And then gold and silver, guys. Gold and silver, you can just, if this is up to you, if you want to actually just buy it like physically and just hold on to that, or if you want to go, there's different like places you can trade it. I suggest putting a little bit in gold, okay? A little bit in gold. That's what I do. Because the thing is, guys, this stuff can go on for generations. Remember what my whole philosophy is, guys? I'm not trying to make us rich. I'm trying to make us wealthy. The whole principle is wealthy is generational, meaning this can go on to your grandkids, the kids after, the kids after, all that. It goes on for your generations, guys. You want your last name, at least for me, my whole thing is I want the last name to eventually have some meaning to it. If you look at the name Bezos in our generation, whoever in 15, 20 years, that's going to have a meaning to it. Zuckerberg, same thing. Whether you like the person or not, all these names now have a meaning to it. And if you see what they ended up doing, they kind of followed a similar strategy here. But how they became wealthy. And the thing is, once they had their income, they were working whatever. Think, Mark Zuckerberg built Facebook, just working he was trying to build, it was a side hustle for him. It was a project. It was just he wasn't even trying to make money off it, but it was a side hustle. And you know what he did? That side hustle, he invested it entirely into a business, guys, into a business. And that's what into his own business. I'm not sure. I don't think he did too much stocks, real estate, or other stuff in the beginning, but you see how the model works like this. Now for me, and this is what I've learned, I don't think I'm going to be able to create a Facebook, in my lifetime. I'm not smart enough and I don't have the creativity of that. I don't think I'm going to be smart enough as like Warren Buffett to, invest so much money at an early age and, go about what he did. Right now he's living off dividends from Coca-Cola, like thousands of dollars each month, and it's good to go. I'm not smart enough like Grant Cardone to do real estate, but what I'm saying is I can take a little bit of each, guys. And when you do that little bit of each, now that's the safest method that I've found to work, okay? I know this video is a little bit long and I didn't give too many specifics because, I mean, I want to give you guys an overall picture. I know this is called Shrewd Stocks is the channel name, but really I'm trying to build wealth as a whole picture for you guys, okay? This is my videos are mainly based on the stocks and I show you those like different things I'm doing there, but understand that's not how I built my wealth. That's not how I started. That's not how I did everything. This is how you guys want to do it, okay? All right, guys. This is a little bit of a lengthy video. I'm going to wrap it up now. All right, as usual, stay happy, stay healthy, and let's get wealthy. Take care.